Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and in this video I'll be showing you 10 rare secret death messages in Minecraft Java Edition, just like this one, Death Fell Accident Water. So if you like Minecraft videos like this one, then please make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more Minecraft videos just like this one in the future. Now we'll dive straight into death message number 1 of this video, which is Death Fell Accident Water. And this is a death message that appears when you die from fall damage inside of water, which of course normally is impossible, but you can recreate it if you fall on top of a waterlogged slab inside of a minecart. So at the bottom here I have some bottom slabs with water inside of it, so you can actually fall on top of the slab inside of the water, which normally will still save you from your fall damage, but if you're in a minecart this will not save you from the fall damage. So what you can do is just build a little minecart track at the very top here, go sit inside of the minecart and then ride off, and you will see that at the bottom here we land inside of the water and we get Death Fell Accident Water, the first rare death message. Then for the next secret death message, this one actually cannot even be obtained inside of survival mode. It looks something like this, where you're just standing there and then suddenly a block of diorite comes down and squashes you to death. So yes, I was squashed by a falling block. And this is actually a different death message than dying from a falling anvil, because then we'll just say that I was squashed by a falling anvil, but any other type of block will give the death message that I was squashed by a falling block. And so to achieve this, what you need to do is use a command similar to this one, where here I summon in a falling block 30 blocks above me, with in the block state the name of the block, so that would be diorite in this case. We can also make this dirt, for example. We have the time set to 1 and hurt entity set to 1b, which is true. And finally the fall hurt amount is set to 50, which makes sure that it actually kills us when it lands on our face. So if we run this command, we will see that a block of dirt falls down on top of us and we die. In first person, if we look up, this looks something like this. We see the block coming down towards us and there we go, it lands on top of us, squashing us to death. This next death message you might already know about, but I still think it's quite a nice one to show here in this video. And that is that if you try to sleep in either the nether or the end, you will get this death message right over here. I was killed by intentional game design. And this actually links you to a bug report, as you can see right here, where someone said that their bed exploded when they placed it inside of the nether in 2017. And they added this bug report because they thought it was funny to this death message. And so yes, this does happen if you try to sleep in either the end dimension or the nether dimension. But of course not if you try to sleep in the overworld. For the next rare death message, it's actually very convenient that we only have half a world here. Because to actually get the next death message, we need to fall out of the world. But not just fall out of the world, we need to fall out of the world because someone pushed us over the edge. So right over here should work. Let's grab a useful skeleton, switch over into survival mode, and there we go. We get shot off by the skeleton. Oh, they also die right there. But we get the death message. We didn't want to live in the same world as the skeleton. It's a very long death message and one of the more rare ones. Of course, you can get this in survival mode inside of the end dimension normally. That would definitely be the easiest, but I still think it's quite a rare one. The next 3 death messages all have to do with vines or climbing in some sense. So let's take a look at them. And so I'm not talking about the death message where you climb on some vines like this and then fall down and then die, which will say fell off some vines. No, I'm talking about even rarer death messages than that. And so the first 2 of these 3 have to do with both the twisting vines and the weeping vines, where these hanging down are the weeping vines and these growing up are the twisting vines. And so actually if you climb on these twisting vines and then fall down, you do not get the death message that you fell off some vines. No, you get the death message that you fell off some twisting vines. And you can probably already guess what this means for the weeping vines over here. If you fall off these weeping vines, you will get the death message that you fell off some weeping vines. But I actually think that the third of these 3 grouped death messages is the most secret of them all. Because the actual death message doesn't even tell you which type of vine you fell off of. And the third vine is this one over here, the glowberries, or of course it's also known as cave vines. So what is actually the death message you see when you fall off cave vines? Is it a player fell off cave vines? No, it actually is not. So let's see what actually happens if we fall off these cave vines. We get that I fell while climbing. So this is the general death message you see when you fall off a climbable block. But currently in vanilla Minecraft, the only block that satisfies these requirements are the cave vines. So that's the only way to actually obtain that death message. Then the next rare death message is basically just a very funny one, because for this we'll just go in survival mode and get shot a few times by these skeletons over here. And once we've almost died from the skeleton, we just walk on top of the magma block and we see that we walked into the danger zone due to skeleton. A very creative death message here, and it's one of my personal favorites. Then as for the penultimate death message here, it seems like it should be quite a common one, but it's actually quite difficult to obtain this one. It is actually player was killed by magic. You would think that a witch throwing a potion on you or something like that would give you this death message, but it doesn't. The only way to get this inside of vanilla Minecraft would be to actually shoot yourself with a harming arrow, and this will give you the death message player was killed by magic. And you actually have to use a dispenser and shoot an arrow of harming at yourself to get this secret rare death message. And then for the final rare death message of today's video, we've traveled quite a long while because we are near the world border of our world, 30 million blocks away from the center. And here we can get our final rare death message by just throwing an ender pearl down while trying to walk through the world border. And we can walk through and we take damage outside of the world border and we get the final death message, which is player left the confines of this world. And so there we go. Those were the 10 most rare secret death messages in Minecraft Java Edition. If you think I missed any, then please let me know about them in the comments down below. But anyway, there we go. Hope you all enjoyed this video, and if you did, then please subscribe!